What's up guys, welcome back to your Heroclix headquarters. In today's video, we're going to discuss the new TeamUp cards as found in the new Justice League Unlimited animated set. If you guys are new to Heroclix, you might have some trouble understanding them. Even some more intermediate players have had lots of questions about these, so I thought it might be a good idea just to do a quick little video showing how to use them and some of the pros and cons of them, and compare and contrast to some other things we've seen in Heroclix that have been similar to them. So to start off, we should take a look at the cards themselves. Alright, so let's start by taking a look at one of the more basic team-up cards to see what we're dealing with. I have here Wonder Woman, who has a trait, team up with Hawk Girl, which says if the listed friendly character is on the map, Wonder Woman has flight. If they can already use flight, they can use improved movement characters. And then the bottom part here is what we're really going to look at, because that's the actual rules of how to use the cards. So it says, after revealing forces, you may replace a game element's default card with an alternate card. You can't choose a team-up card if any characters on your starting force share a name. So what that means is that you cannot use one of these team-up cards if, say, you had multiple Wonder Womans, multiple Batmans, or multiple Dr. Fates, who is a character normally you'd want to have a lot of from the new Justice League Unlimited set. But if you do that, you will not be able to play any of these team-up card abilities. So that's pretty simple. You don't have to play this on a theme team unless there are a few specific cards, and we'll talk about that in a minute, that you do have to use theme teams. But for the basic cards, you simply have to have both this character whose card you're replacing and the named character who you're teaming up with on your force to be able to use these abilities. And since it does say that it takes place after revealing forces, you could potentially choose to bring different team-up cards with you, and maybe you playing a team that includes Wonder Woman, Hawk Girl, and Batman, and maybe you look at your opponent's team and you say, hey, this Hawk Girl team-up would benefit me more, but then you play against another team and you think, well, maybe if I use Wonder Woman's team-up with Batman effect, that would help me more. You could choose to use a different card in a different situation once you've already seen what's across the table from you. If you were to have multiple team-up cards for the same character and have all those characters on your team, you could kind of mix and match whatever effects might benefit you the most. So for instance, I do also have this other Wonder Woman team-up card that is a team-up with Batman and Superman. So if I have both Batman and Superman on my team and this Wonder Woman, I could use this team-up card after revealing forces. I could choose to switch her card out for this one, which gives her a trait that if both friendly listed characters are on the map, when Wonder Woman or one of the listed characters makes an attack, and their final attack roll includes a 3 after resolutions, you may place a die with a 3 on this card. If no die was removed from this card, this attack. And then once per turn, you may replace a die in an attack roll with a die from this card, and then it has the same rules printed there. So this is a better one, especially if you combo this with the other Batman and Superman from this set. I am lucky enough, I managed to get the whole Trinity set of these ones. So for instance, Superman says team up with Batman and Wonder Woman. If both listed friendly characters are on the map, when Superman or the listed characters attack, they modify damage +1 for each 3 in their final attack roll. And then, of course, Batman's reads team up Superman and Wonder Woman. If both friendly listed characters are on the map, when Batman or the listed characters attack and their final attack roll includes a 3, they modify attack +3. And then, of course, the same rules. So you can see how using certain team-up cards can grant you a lot of bonuses. Anytime you roll a 3, you can put a die with a 3 on her card, and then you can replace one of their dies in their attack with a 3, and then Batman giving them that +3 to attack if there is a 3 in their roll, and then Superman giving them +1 to damage for each 3 in their roll, is a very strong combo of team-up cards, much more so than just the generic effects that some of them grant you. There are certain cards like these, and there are many episode team-up cards which are similar, that say that when this character and all the listed characters are on the map, you can have certain bonus effects similar to these. And then, like I said, there are also themed team-up cards. Wonder Woman has one where she's on the Amazon theme team. She gets leadership. There's an Atlantis one for Aquaman. There's a Batman family for Batman. And there's a Kryptonian one for Superman. Basically, if they're on that theme team, they just get leadership. And if they succeed and remove a token from a character, they can also heal that character one click. So it makes them like the leader of their certain group outside of the Justice League, which is really cool. But now I wanted to do a quick comparison to the only other thing we've seen so far in the game that's like these team-up cards is the Regenesis cards. Now these are similar in a lot of ways, but they're also very different. So we'll just take a look at Wolverine's. Normally you will start out with this regular side of his card. And as you can see, his first trait says at the beginning of the game, if Wolverine is part of a Jean Grey School for Higher Learning themed team, you may replace this character card with his .1 character card. And as you can see at the top, that's number 1. And then if you flip it over, that's number 1.1. So for these cards, you do have to play them on a theme team, that specific theme team that they list, and then you can flip over the card. But now flipping over the card, you have to pay attention to really what you're getting. In Wolverine's instance, instead of healing a click whenever he removes the action tokens, this time he gets to heal a click as a free action. So it gives you kind of a minor bonus for playing them on a theme team, whereas, you know, the Justice League team-up cards, you don't necessarily have to play them on a theme team. You just have to play them with certain characters, and you can kind of mix and match the combos at your will, depending on which team-up cards you have. But you do just have to be careful, again, that none of the characters on your starting force share a name. For instance, you can't play 2 Batmans and try to play each one having a different team-up card or something like that. You do have to kind of play the Highlander rule. If you've heard of that, it basically just says that no characters on your team can share a name. There's different variations of that, so it's not really an official rule. But it's basically the same kind of idea. I like team-up cards a lot. I think they bring a lot of fun utility to the game. I think it's a good direction. The ones that they introduced to us in the Regenesis event were pretty cool as well, and I wouldn't mind seeing more like this, that they grant you bonuses just for playing a theme team. But regardless, I would like to see more of these going forward. Maybe not quite as many per set, because this set does have over 100 total, because each and every character has about 10 theme teams. Some of them only have one specific one, but most of them with the Justice League, they have a team-up card for each individual character that grants them a specific bonus for that character. Again, such as these first ones, like the Wonder Woman team-up with Hot Girl gives her that specific thing. Any other team-up card with Hot Girl will give you that same effect. Black Canary team-up with Batman is another one that I have here that basically gives her stealth and can move 2 squares if she's in hindering terrain. Any other team-up with Batman is going to do the same thing. And I got a Martian Manhunter team-up with Green Arrow, gives him prob from range attacks. Any other team-up with Green Arrow is going to do the same thing. And again, this is the kind of thing where you could mix and match whichever effects might benefit your team or your character more. I think it's cool that you can switch them out at the beginning of the game with whichever one might suit you better if you're lucky enough to have multiple different cards for different characters. But this is all I've got for now. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this video. I hope you were able to learn a little something. Let me know in the comments if you have any more questions. I will be happy to answer them to the best of my abilities for you. Overall, I really like team-up cards. I've enjoyed them. Let me know also how you guys have liked playing with these new team-up cards. and any cool combos you've managed to come across with them. I'd love to hear about that. And I'm really looking forward to seeing more of them in the future, hopefully. But if you like this video, make sure you leave a like for me, and if you like videos like these, don't forget to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any. But until next time, this has been Heroclix Headquarters, signing off.